Alright, I'm going to be talking about how to calculate contract sizes so you know how much to risk per trade. That way you're not under risking, over leveraging, over risking. Yeah, because you never should be. You should know what you're putting down on the table every time you take a trade. Otherwise, you're gambling. If you don't know what you're risking, you're gambling. You might as well just go to the casino. So. Just back this up. You're really just going to have to, I just always have my phone by me so I can use a calculator. And you really just got to do it over and over again. That's what makes you get faster, so you get obviously better entry times and stuff like that. So let's say we want to take a long, I don't know, yeah, let's just say we want to take a long right here. So we're going to use our stop loss tool for a long, I don't know what it's called, long position tool. Okay. If you're going short, you're going to want to use the short position tool. I like to put these in my favorites up here. That way I can, access them fast if I need to, because I'm a scalper, so I'm trading on the, 1 minute time frame. Alright, so we're going to take a long right here at, what is this price? $29.52. You don't even need to worry about that as long as that's set right. So, let's say I want my stop loss, right here at this low. So my stop loss is 66 ticks, and my take profit is, what is that, 134, alright? So, one contract equals 5 points, right? So, let's say we risk one contract on this trade. We're going to take, you're not going to worry about the take profit, you're going to worry about the stop loss. So we're going to do 5 times 66, and we're going to get $330. I would say if you're on a 50K funded account, you would be risking anywhere from $250 to $500. You shouldn't be risking anything over $500. Always under risk, don't over risk. So if you're risking 2 contracts and that you're risking like $700, take it back and maybe take 1 contract off. That way you're only risking $300. Don't ever over risk. You don't go wrong under risking. You can only go wrong over risking. So yeah, on this trade, if we took 1 contract, we can hit buy, and we would see, this is TradingView bar replay. This isn't, you don't get to see this on a live account. So otherwise, you could do it like this because it's going to show you the price. But either way, our stop loss at 66 ticks should equal $330. So when I drag this stop loss, it should say $330. Okay. Yep. Simple as that, right? Now, if we added 2 contracts, the stop loss is still saying the same, but obviously you're going to be risking more if you're adding 2. It should be, you'd be risking $660, excuse me. So we're going to hit buy. Yep. And now we're risking 2 contracts with a 66 tick stop loss, so we'd be risking $660 on this trade. Alright? So, how do we calculate this take profit, right? 134. So, let's say we were risking 1 contract. We would do 134 times 5. We would get $670 for risking 1 contract. So that's like, what, a 1 to 2 risk to reward on this trade? Yeah. But we're risking 2. Now, we're not going to do times 2 because that's not fast when you're risking like 10 contracts, which you will on like 150K funded account. But so since 1 contract, so per contract equals 5. Just think of it like that. 1 contract equals 5. So the 5 should always be in your calculator. So since we're calculating the price for 2 contracts, we're going to do 5 times the amount of contracts, which is 2. Okay, now we have the number 10. What are we going to do with that number 10? We're going to multiply it by, since our take profit is 134 ticks, we're going to multiply by 134. So if we win this trade, we would be making $1,340. So when I drag this take profit slider thing, we should be making it should be $1,340. That would be calculated right. I probably can't get it exact. Oh, okay. Yep, and sure enough, we're doing that. If you are not understanding each trade, what you are risking, you're simply gambling. If you don't know what you're risking. This trade, for example, if I was on a 50K funded, I would be over risking. I don't want to be risking any more than 1% on a funded account, right? But let's just see how this trade plays out. Okay, we lost. How much did we lose? $660. Simple as that. Now, if you're on a funded, it might say you lose like $670 because when you buy, like when you make an order, like a market order, there's fees, there's commissions, so you kind of get like, I don't know, you can say tax or whatever, but really it's just like commission. So yeah, let's do an example. Shorting, even though there shouldn't be a difference, the best way to learn is just, honestly, you're gonna have to go on your own and just test it out. And you got to get kind of fast at this, because if you're making trades, on a 1 minute time frame, you gotta get those contract sizes down. Let's do it on a 15-minute time frame though. All right. Let's say it's market open 9:15. We want a long. And some days, like, there's higher volatility and there's higher volume. So like this stop loss, yeah, it's only 131 ticks with this size, but it could be like 1,000 just because of the volatility. So this kind of changes with the volatility. You don't need to worry about that though. That doesn't matter at all for you. But you got to use this tool. So yeah. I said we were going to do a short example, so we'll actually do a short example. So we want to take a short right here, market open, stop loss above this high. So what is that? That's 171 ticks. So if you're on a 50K, you're probably not going to want to risk any more than one contract here. Yep, you're already over risking with with one contract. So what you could do is you could go to MNQ, because that's micros. Right now what you're trading on NQ is minis. So there's difference between them. The point difference is different. The money difference is different. I think it's like 12 MNQ contracts is the same as one mini. I'm not for sure on that, but yeah. Okay, so we're risking $173, or excuse me, 173 as our stop loss, and we want to target, let's just say this low, so 247. So what are we going to do to see our take profit? 247 times 5. Perfect. Now, let's say you're on a 150K account, and you want to be risking $1,500 because that's 1%. How do you find that, since it's not just, one contract, two contracts, right? Well, we just did the math. 173 times 5 equals 865, right? So, I mean, let's just say quick math. If you add on an extra contract, you'd be risking around $1,700. I think it's $1,725. But anyways, we're going to calculate it in the calculator, because let's just say we want to risk 5 contracts, right? So what are we going to do? We're going to take our 5, because that's 5's always going to be there, and we're going to multiply it by how many contracts we want to use. So let's say 5. So you get 25, right? So what you're going to do with that 25 is you're going to multiply it by your stop loss in ticks. So in this case, it'd be 173, right? So with that 173, you're going to multiply it by 25, and that's the amount of money you would be risking on this trade, right? So you're risking 5 contracts, right? And if you lose, you would lose $4,325, right? Alright, so let's test this out. Sell. So if I drag this stop loss up to here, it should equal roughly $4,325, no question. Okay, 4,300, that's spot on. I mean, I might be like a point of a tick off, but there you go. Alright, now let's say you wanted to calculate your take profit. What are you going to do? You're going to take your 25, so how did you get that 25? 5, which is, it's always going to be 5 times the amount of contracts, which just so happened to also be 5. You're going to take that 25 and you're going to multiply it by 247. So, if you win this trade without taking any partials or anything, you'd be making $6,175. So let's check our math and see, because there's no doubt about it, should equal somewhere around there. Okay. I don't know what the fuck just happened, but you saw it. It was 6,100 whatever. And somehow we lost that trade. I'm not sure what just happened, but it was 4,300. So it was simple as that. Yeah. But I don't think there's anything else to say. So yeah, that's it.